Hello. Like my new glasses? Not gonna lie, these are probably the coolest piece of tech that I have reviewed on my channel thus far, next to some pretty, higher end handhelds. These are the XR Pro glasses from Viture, and they're awesome. Not gonna spoil it for you, but stick around and we will take a look at them. The Viture Pro XR glasses are an XR device. XR is a mix of AR and VR. If you're familiar with the Oculus headset, that's a VR device, a virtual reality headset that transports you into a different reality. AR is augmented reality, which is similar to the game Pokemon Go, if you've ever played that. These glasses are kind of a mix of those technologies. Check out the stats on the screen. Also, full disclosure, this entire suite of goodies that you'll see in the video was sent over to me by the company Viture for the purpose of a review, but they did not see this review before it was published, nor did they have any input on it, and no money was exchanged in any way for this. What that means is that this is just my honest opinion of this product and my experience with it thus far for a few days. So here is everything that was sent over to me by Viture. Now this isn't going to be a complete and true unboxing because when I got the box, admittedly, I went through everything. I was really excited, kind of like, a kid at Christmas morning. And I also ended up taking this on a day trip with my family over the weekend. And so I had to get everything, figure out how to use it, and then I packed it up. The good of it is that I had a cool experience with it. However, the bad is that you don't get to see, any ASMR stuff. So here we have the Viture glasses, and they are in the case, and I'll show those in a second. This is the Switch dock, and yes, it can play a Switch. It can connect to the Switch, which I will show that. This is the battery pack that... It's kind of a dock in a way, because that actually, you can see that you can plug in two separate glasses, which is one thing that they really focus on, that you can have two different sets of glasses that are plugged in at the same time, and then that way you can kind of game against each other. Here we have some nose pads. You definitely want to go through those, because everybody has different shaped noses, and you definitely want to find something that works for you. But it's really cool that they have sent these over. The entire box, I will say, is so premium. Everything is packaged so just beautifully. I was just impressed with all of it. There's also a manual literally for every piece of tech that's in the box. So you definitely, if you do get these, definitely sit down and read, go through. There's QR codes on all of the manuals. You definitely want to go through and understand everything. I also got an 8-bit DO controller. This is a Switch controller. It's an ultimate Switch controller, and it's really nice. I'll show that off in a little bit, but it's really cool that this works. However, I can't show you completely just because of the technology with the glasses. You'll see how I show you a few things with it. I also received some swag. There's some stickers, there's a pin, and that little sticker, it looks like a sticker, but that's actually a pop socket on the bottom left. Here is the USB-C to glasses charging adapter that you can plug in both the glasses and a charger into whatever device you are using. Keep this in mind, this does not come in the box with the XR Pro glasses, so this will be an additional thing you'll have to purchase. Another thing that you can purchase is the lens cover, that if you are in a very bright environment outside, you definitely want to have these on because that will minimize any light that's coming right through the glasses. And everything has a manual. Definitely take a look at it, even if it's just for a few minutes. You definitely want to look at everything. Here's the lens cover. You'll see these. I'll show these on the actual glasses when I put them on in a little bit. And here are the glasses. Now this is a really nice sturdy case that it comes with, and it comes with every pair of glasses that you get. You can see that there's a zipper, and there they are. Glasses. Now just to show you what you're going to want to put in this case, up top there's a little fold down section that you can actually put the cable for the glasses up there. And on the left side there are buttons that you can toggle through. And right here, I just want to show you that this little slit right here is actually the speaker. And there's a speaker on each side, each arm of the glasses. And I think that they're really loud. They're decent enough that I don't think that you need anything else. And here's the buttons. This controls when you want to have it more of a transparent or more of an opaque version. Up top, you can, these are the dials for your eyes, so you don't need any prescriptions. And here's where the magnet goes. That actually clips in. It's a cool little magnet, and that plugs into whatever device you end up using. And here you can see this is the magnet. This is the magnet cable. One side is USB-C, the other side clips into the glasses. So satisfying. And it's just as easy as that. It's a pretty decently strong magnet. So here you can see on the Viture website how much these glasses are, and like I said, they are a bit pricey. Right now they are actually on sale, and they are also on sale on Amazon, at least at the time of making this specific clip. So that could change at any point. I will leave links in the description below for both the actual website and Amazon. The Amazon link is going to be an affiliate link that will help the channel at no additional cost to you. So you can see all the different things that you can purchase with it in different packs. Now, I will admit that as excited as I was about testing these glasses out, I was also a little hesitant. Typically VR glasses or VR things, I'm one of those people that I get motion sick. Last year, I went to a family member's house. They had an Oculus, and I put it on and immediately had to take it off after only a minute or two, and it kind of almost destroyed me for the whole day, almost gave me a little bit of vertigo. So whatever that is, I'm not that person, unfortunately. However, cool thing about these glasses, you don't really get that sensation. So if you are like me and you are very sensitive to that type, you're very sensitive to virtual reality headsets and you typically don't do them, you might still be able to give these a try. Basically, when you are plugging it in, whether you're plugging it into your phone, your Switch, your Retro Handheld, it's basically just projecting what you would see on your screen on that specific device onto these glasses. And it's kind of like just wearing a pair of glasses, and then it's just out from your, it gives a tiny bit of a far view, like it's a little bit 3D, but it's not super 3D. So also the cool thing is that I wear glasses. I didn't have to wear my glasses or get any sort of different prescription lens, because there's some pretty cool settings up at the top that you can change so that you can actually adjust these to your so you can see them. I think of it as binoculars. You can actually adjust them so that you're able to actually see out of them with your naked eye. Very cool feature. Depending on your prescription, you should be able to use the XR glasses. However, if you can't, they do sell a prescription lens frame on the website that you can just take to your doctor and get them to fix the frames for your glasses. If you are sensitive to VR, virtual reality glasses, headsets, things like that, if it throws you into a dizzy spell, I would still caution you about a couple things. When using them, they don't fully cover your peripheral vision. So you can still see out right here. Like I can see my microphone underneath me. I mean, at this moment I can see right through the glasses, but you can change that. But I can see everything. I can see kind of parts of my desk underneath and whatnot. So it's not, they don't have, if you can see on the sides, they don't have like a complete cover. So just be aware of that. If you are sensitive to, that can be some sort of issue. If you are sensitive to things popping up in your peripheral when you're watching something, we take into consideration. The other thing is, another tip for sensitive users, try not to look around. Now, they take what your screen is, depending on what device you're plugging into, and it projects it right here. You don't have to really do this sort of thing, and you don't have to look around because it's not really creating a virtual reality environment in some sort of way. You don't have to, this section is right here, and you don't have to just all of a sudden you have to look over here and see something. It's all kind of right here. I was able to watch a movie, and I didn't have to, look over here when the character was running across the screen or something like that. So it's all right here. But in knowing that, I would, to minimize your sensitivity, if you are sensitive to these types of things, what really, really worked for me is kind of just sitting on the couch and just relaxing. Even when I was on my day trip with my family yesterday and using these kind of in the car, it got a little, it was a little iffy. I ended up taking them off because I didn't want to ruin my day with them, and just being in the car and feeling that sensation other than like leaning back. So definitely do that, whether you're going to wear these in bed, you're going to sit in a different room or on a recliner, on a couch. Get yourself comfy, and you don't have to, like I said, just look around, because that, with there being no peripheral shades and you being able to see out underneath and on the sides, and if you're focusing on what you have here, that can get a little distracting and almost create some sort of motion sensitivity. So definitely be mindful of that. Once I figured that out, I had a great time with them. Another tip that I would definitely mention is consider playing games that are more of a 2D and stay away from 3D games. So definitely keep that in mind. Again, take all of this with a grain of salt. If you are not typically, if you don't have any sort of issue, if you're that crazy person that you go on 80,000 roller coaster rides in your lifetime, cool, you'll be fine, more than likely fine with these. But for some of us, that you're on my side of the things and you do get a little bit more motion sensitive with things, definitely keep those tips in mind. So let's get to the fun part, the gaming. And in this next section, I'm going to go over a few retro handhelds that I have on hand. And yes, I will go over the Nintendo Switch as well. So let's start with the Retroid Pocket 4 Pro. Now, if I haven't mentioned this little tiny cord is part of the dock. And if you happen to get the dock, do not lose this cord. This cord is very, very important. But I have the dock here on the side, the battery charger, and this acts as a battery charger and kind of a pass-through dock for most of the retro handhelds. Now, some of them, it will work flawlessly, and you can just use the retro handheld as a controller and see everything through the glasses, and the screen will be black, but there's only a few of them that will do that. There are a couple that don't have pass-through charging, so the screen will be on, and you don't even use the dock at all. So here you can see I unplugged the dock, and I just plugged the glasses directly into the Retroid Pocket 4 Pro, and it works. Forgive the crude kind of look through the glasses, but there's really no good way to actually film a video with my current setup. So that's what we're going to get. But you can see once you unplug it, it goes back to the screen. By the way, if the screen does turn off, the audio does come right through the glasses. It did that through the RP4 Pro. And now I'm going to try to use the dock just as a battery charger and then plug the glasses into the dock. And make sure, if you have any sort of issues, make sure that you just kind of start from scratch and unplug everything. The last thing that you want to try to plug in is that magnetic attachment to the glasses. That seems to be the best way of troubleshooting if you do have any issues. And here you can see that with the dock connected, you can see that the screen doesn't turn off with the RP4 Pro, but you can see them through the glasses. So if you do have the dock connected as a battery charger, this is how you'll have to play. Now keep in mind that you're going to be connected to this little tiny, I think it's like 3-inch cord, and you'll have to play very, very closely to the very heavy battery charger. Next up, we have the Anbernic RG556. Now first we are going to try to plug in just the glasses. That magnetic snap is so satisfying. Now you can see they work. And I'm just, again, it's just the glasses with the USB cord directly into the handheld. Next, we're going to try to see if we can plug in the charger from the charging dock and then plug in the glasses into the dock. And let me just show you right here before I plug everything in. You can see the inputs, the ports on the side of this Pro dock. You have an HDMI port. Right here is where you would charge it in the middle, and then on the right side are 2 glasses ports. So I didn't notice any sort of issue which glasses port you actually plug it into. I don't know if that makes a difference. Well, it's charging. But yeah, just make sure that you have the dock on. You just want to press that big old button right over there. And cool thing is it'll show you, it indicates that how much battery life is left. All right, the screen turned off. Let's check the glasses. Oh, it just turned off the device. And no dice. I tried this a couple times off camera and it is not working. So you will have to plug in the cord from the glasses directly into the 556 if you own that. Next up, we have the Odin 2 Pro. Now, the micro HDMI cord at the top, just like with the Retro Pocket 4 Pro, it does not work. I could not get that to work. But if you plug it in directly, here you can see the screen shuts off and it goes right through the glasses. The audio goes right through the glasses. I didn't have any issues with any of the retro handhelds, just to let you know. The only issue that I had was with my Android phone, and we'll get to that. Now we're going to try to plug in and see if we can charge it with the dock and plug in the glasses to the dock. And it works. Keep in mind, same thing with the Retro Pocket 4 Pro. Because you are plugged into this little tiny charging cord, you will have to sit very close and hold onto the charging dock. I did try a couple different USB to USB cables that I had lying around, different sizes, different cords, different makes, and I never got them to work flawlessly. So that's why I said, keep hold on to this cord. It's magic. I don't know what they have in it. If you find a cord that possibly works, please put it in the comments below. That would be great for everybody that watches this video to know about. Next up, we have the Logitech G Cloud. I plugged in the glasses to the G Cloud, and look, it's working. The screen doesn't shut off, but that's okay. It still works. I also played Mario Kart Double Dash on this last night. That was really fun. Really, really fun. I highly recommend it. All right, let's try the dock now and see if we can charge it and use the glasses. And it works. Audio's coming out of the glasses. You can see that the glasses are there. Same thing. It's just charging. The screen doesn't turn off, but that's okay. At least it works. So just know, depending on what device you have out of the bunch, this is, what device is going to work better for you for, say, playing next to your significant other in bed, whether you can do that or not. Now we have the Switch. So in the box of awesomeness, I also got a cool little dock for the Switch that this battery charger goes right into. So first, and this is how I would do this. Make note on the Switch, you have to disconnect the controllers, and do you see this little notch right here? Pay attention to that, because on the actual dock, you can see you have to plug it in right there. And on the other side, the battery charger goes in. So put the bottom in first, snap in the top, bam, it's right there. And then you can flip it over and you can throw in the charging dock. Keep in mind that you want to obviously place the holes in the inputs and not cover them up. You need to turn on the dock. Also with the dock, to charge it up, you just plug it into a regular USB. I was actually using a fast C2C super fast charger, and it worked perfectly fine. So let's plug all our cables in. And then grab our glasses. And that should work. Again, the last thing that you want to clip in is, even if you have the magnet on the glasses, you want to make sure that you undo them. And look, it works. And then you would just use the controller, or you can use the awesome 8-bit controller. Unfortunately, I can't show you because, glasses. But the 8-bit Do controller is pretty cool. But there you can see Mario Kart is on the glasses. Super cool thing about the Switch in particular is that obviously if you dock the Switch in normal settings, you can actually play it multiplayer. And if you do that in this setting, if you have another set of VR glasses, you can only plug in 2, but you can actually sit there and you can jam against each other and play any 2-player game, which I think is pretty cool. And I know what you're probably thinking, do any of the Linux devices work? Unfortunately, I tried the Anbernic RG35XX SP and the Anbernic RG35XXH, and both of them have a mini HDMI port. Neither of them would work. Neither of them would connect. And I tried a couple different regular HDMI cables and I couldn't get anything. So again, leave a comment below if you do end up getting either of those devices or a different device, a different Linux device to actually work. That would be nice to know. Now let's show you the lens covers. So I put these on. These are the lens cover that Viture sent me, and they just kind of pop over. Yeah, they don't clip, but they just kind of just try to wiggle, and yeah, they're on. So they don't click in. I'll plug in my phone really quick, and then you just kind of boop. I love the magnetic thing up here. This is a very cool feature because they really thought this through. If I didn't have the cover on, there's like a portion that I can see of, and I don't know if that's because of my, it's just my phone, but I can still see a little bit. Now I can switch I can click the button and I can make it, nope, that's bright. And then that darkens it. So it does darken the background. There is a button on the left side that it'll darken the background around your screen. But if you're doing this in the daytime or near any sort of light, you might want to consider wearing these because you can still see, like I can see my computer monitor over here, and it's not as bright as, say, looking downwards at my desk. But then I put these on. Now that blacks it out. I can't see anything, which is really cool. So that is probably what I would do. Then that way, everything that's in front of me, I cannot see. Everything that's below the glasses, physically below the glasses, I can see what's down there. If I look down, I can see my keyboard, but I can't see my monitor. My monitor's right in front of me. So definitely consider wearing these. So here is the USB-C to charging adapter. Note that I did plug in my phone to the charging dock and it did work fine. So this is an option, or that's an option too. Also, yes, I love Deadpool, so that's my actual phone. And like I said before, there is no real good way of doing this, but when you plug into a Samsung device, your phone turns into a trackpad if it's Samsung Dex compatible. And just trust me here, I'll show you here in a second. And then here's the glasses. You can see very carefully, if I can get the angle correctly, you can see my desktop or my phone Dex desktop. And I will show that here in just a second. So you would use the phone as a trackpad and then just have fun. You can open up whatever apps that you want on there. You can game, you can do whatever you want. Now here is my phone plugged into my monitor, and forgive the shaking if there's any, but here you can see I'm using my phone as a trackpad, and then I can just open up whatever app that I want that I can set up on my Dex desktop. Netflix actually turns weird, but I have a whole video that I will link below about gaming on Samsung Dex that will give you a good idea, and you can just go from there with it. But here you can see I just loaded up Disney Plus and you can watch a movie. Now, one thing to keep in mind with your phone, unless you throw some earbuds in, the audio is going to come out of the Android device. So keep that in mind. And lastly, here's the 8-bit DO controller that they sent me. Now, this does say that it's a Switch style controller, but I do believe that it works on everything. I did not test it as of this video. I will test it in the next one, or before the next one. I'm going to have a follow-up video. The shoulder buttons, something to make note of. I do believe that these are digital and not analog from what I have heard in the community. But it's a nice controller. I mean, I can't complain about 8-bit DO. They make really, really nice controllers. All right, so this is a very long video. Thank you for sticking with me, but there was a lot to go over. I mean, in summary, these things are awesome. I'm not gonna lie. I've said it many times throughout the video. These are great. They are pricey, but again, for the technology that you are getting, you have to understand that it's new. It's going to be pricey, but they work really well. Now, I will say that with the iPhone or iOS, it seems like that glasses connect a little bit differently. There is an app, the Spacewalker app, that I believe it's supposed to work a little bit better with iOS devices. I didn't showcase that in this video because it wasn't really working with my Android device. So in the next video, I will definitely take a look at that. I will try to get an iPhone and a MacBook, and we will connect those and just give you an idea how that works. So if these interest you at all, I mean, definitely take a look. Like I said, I'll have links in the description below. If you wouldn't mind, consider using the link from Amazon to purchase them. That directly affects this channel, helps me out at no additional cost to you for the affiliate links. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions. I know that this is probably a lot to go over, but if you want to see something specific other than what I have mentioned in the next video, I will definitely try to go over that. I also want to say a huge thank you to Viture for sending me out this giant creators package. That was great. It was really fun to test these out, and I'm not done. I'm going to keep testing them out. So thank you. They're awesome. Get some. But thanks for watching. Stay awesome, everyone. Get some shades and go play some games.